I'm John.
Yay!
And I have the honour of being Ian's best man, and what an honour. To be honest, I'm not sure who's most nervous about my speech, Eric, Ian or Gene. But I promise I've scaled it back, and hopefully it won't be as blue as the one Jamie did for his brother, which was like a script from Roy Chubby Brown. Anyway, on behalf of the bridesmaids, I'd like to thank Ian for his kind words. I think everybody will agree that the bridesmaids looked beautiful and did a brilliant job making sure that Shant went against a better judgment and showed up. Chantal, can I also just say you look absolutely stunning today. I'd also like to thank Chantal's mum and dad for allowing Ian to marry their daughter. Mind you, I suppose, you got backed into a corner after allowing Phil and Simon to join. Before I lead into the stories about Ian, he has given me some ground rules. Ian made me promise not to mention certain skeletons in his closet. This surprised me as I thought he'd be more concerned about me mentioning the monsters he had in his bed. I've known Duffy for the last 20 years or so, starting from primary school. But we became best friends when we went to secondary school many moons ago. And I must admit, I have lots of stories to tell from the years gone by, but I would like Chantal, Eric and Jean to be here after I've finished them, so I've narrowed it down to some more respectable ones. There was fox hunting when we was 14, and I ended up getting shot in the foot. But that was a bit more about me, so I thought I'd move on. Then there was Ian joyriding past his brother Carl in Aslington when he was 16 in the £25,000 motor. I know Carl looks confused most of the time, but that time he really did look confused. If I remember rightly, we were going about 80 miles an hour, so I decided that story was probably a bit short. Then there were a beefer, Ian nearly dying. Me dragging him out of the sea, backwards, unconscious, shouting, "Don't follow the light, Ian, don't follow the light!" But I didn't want Jean to get upset, so I thought I'd better move on from that one. Then there was Cyprus. Now this one should make Jean and Eric very proud. We went to Cyprus on the whim to meet our friends Scott, Ben, Andy and Tex. Duffy, being the optimistic person he is, said, "We'll never find them." I said, "Don't worry, I'll sort it out, we'll find them." So we rocks up in Cyprus, manages to find them. The lads got excited and said, "Let's hit Ayia Napa." So we went into Ayia Napa, and if you know Ayia Napa, it's a massive square, full of bars, brilliant. And the local Ayia Napa drink is the jug, which you drink through a funnel. So, as lads do, we hammered the jugs. Then it got to about 11 o'clock, and it was Duffy's round, and as usual, nowhere to be seen. Where's Duffy gone? So, I must have gone to the toilet, so we waited 5 minutes, still no sign of Ian. Thought we'd better go and look for him, he's probably done something daft. We went outside into the square, and there were thousands of people there. But there were a load of people grouped round in like a huddle, and we're thinking, oh shit, here we go. So anyway, we wanders down, makes our way to the front, and there's all these Chinese and American people taking photos or something. What's this? As we get through, there's Duffy on a breeze block, puking over himself with his eyes shut. In good old Duffy fashion, superb. I actually decided that it might be a good idea to ask people what they thought of Ian. So I spoke to a couple of people who he landscaped the garden for, and apparently they refer to him as wonderful, creative, meticulous and bloody expensive. And then they also asked me to ask the gypsy if he knew where the designer clothes went off the washing line. Ian?
You're wearing them.
I also asked some other people, and one person actually told me that they thought he was tight, miserable, boring and insensitive. Thanks for that, Chantal. I'd also like to say, when we went to beef on our stag do, minus Sam, who got told he weren't allowed to go. Don't turn into a skirt wearing wussy like he has done. We got some outfits for him to wear, and to be honest, I wasn't sure he was going to wear them, but in Duffy's good nature, he put the bondage outfit we got him on to go to the airport, and even had the balls well, thinking about it, maybe he didn't have the balls, to wear the leather underpants the wrong way round. With the pouch at the back, it was an absolutely lovely sight, I can promise you. I nearly took a leaf out of Duffy's book and puked up there, and then it was absolutely minging. They say that the best man speech is the worst 5 minutes of the group's day, but fortunately for Ian, it's almost over. Unfortunately for Chantal, the worst 5 minutes of your life will probably come later. I'd like to finish up by saying what a great honour it's been to be best man. On behalf of the bride and groom, I'd like to thank everyone for sharing their special day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure, not to mention relief, to invite you all to stand and raise your glasses in a toast to Ian and Chantal, the new Mr. and Mrs. Duffy. We wish them well for the future and hope they enjoy a healthy, wealthy, long and happy marriage. To Ian and Chantal.
Ian and Chantal.
Cheers. Let's get wrecked. Thank God for that.
We want Sega.